Thanks, James, for the introduction. It won't be so geeky because I'm not really a very geek guy. I'm product manager for Volume. I started as a geek, as a software developer. Somehow I changed my career into business, and right now I'm working with performance agencies. I'm working with the affiliates, trying to understand their needs and trying to create solutions for them. Probably if one of your channels is performance agencies, if you are also doing user acquisition with affiliate networks, a lot of these app installs are coming through Volume. And what we were recently working on was one of the requests from our customers that keep doing A/B testing. And from the WUGA presentation, we know how important it is to do all the A/B testing. You are testing all different. Okay, here. You are testing all different aspects. Here's just creatives from Cats from Zepto Labs. There are some native ads from Forge of Empires, and it's obvious for all of you how important it is to do all the A/B testing. You are testing not only creatives, but you are also trying to find the best performing call to action button. You are trying to find the best performing headline, ad placement, a lot of different things that influence the end result of the campaign. So basically, there's always a question about the limited time and also limited budget. So there's always a question you need to answer: when I'm going to stop my A/B testing, when I'm going to answer the question which ad is performing the best. This is the A or B creative. And it's obvious, your time is limited, Sometimes you have some campaign running before the holidays, so you need to do all the testing. And there's a lot of different segments that combines different variations. So you want to combine this creative with this ad. We want to combine this creative with this headline. And at the end, you always have to work with this. Just a quick example, I made this number random to make it a little bit more clear. You are testing, very simple example, you are testing 2 creatives, you are running whatever channel you are using, it's Facebook, Snap, Instagram, whatever. After first day, the sample is pretty small, conversion rate, of course, very big, probably you won't see such a conversion rate on your campaigns, and you have creative A, creative B, and you see that the creative B is performing a little bit better. So after one day, we will probably make decision to choose the creative B, but it's obvious that the sample is too small. After 2 days, you will have already 4,000 visits for each of the ads. The difference between both of them is not so big, so you keep running. And at one moment in the time, you need to make a decision. Sometimes it's a gut feeling. Sometimes it's rather like based on the budget you want to spend. So let's say we are testing this 4 creatives. We want to spend $1,000 for a whole campaign, and at the end, after 3 or 4 days, we are selecting the winner. So what is very important to understand that there's a lot of statistical methods, models, frameworks that allow you to simplify this. And Bayesian statistics is one of them. I'm not going to dive deeply into this because I'm not a data scientist guy, and I'm trying to simplify things to make it easy to understand. And I think at the end, it's not necessary to understand all of the magic math going under the hood, because at the end, you as app marketers, you want to focus on the results. So basically, what you see right now is the performance base on the traffic you already seen. So you already buy some part of inventory, you buy impressions on Facebook, and you do some estimation based on the past data. And of course, the more data you get, the more better estimations you can do. And it's obvious, it's not like a magic. But what's really important is the statistical approach to all of this. So Bayesian statistics give you a very simple approach to define which variation, which variant is working best for you. So based on the past data, you can easily calculate what will be possible conversion rate or ROI or any different metric you want to focus, or any different KPI that is working for you want to focus, and basically at the end you will get the answer how certain you can be that some A creative beats B, or variant A beats all different variants. And here it is. Here's the result of the Bayesian calculation. If you want to understand it a little bit more, you can find us at the booth number 8. I'll be also leading workshops at 2 in the room number 1. If you are happy to talk a little bit more about this, please join us in these workshops. So basically, what you see here is the performance of one specific ad after first day and after 2 days of your campaign. The more data you get, the more installs you have. So basically, what's the result as an input? I already mentioned as an input for the Bayesian calculation is number of visits you have for all the specific variants. And at the end, you got the range where you can probably your conversion rate or ROI will be if you have access to whole inventory, so for the whole population. Of course, if you have not enough data, this range is pretty big. After first day, based on the Bayesian statistics, you can estimate that if you keep running this campaign, keep running this inventory, your conversion rate will be somewhere between 5.2 and 12.4. But after 2 days, the more data you have, the better estimation you can do. So after 2 days, based on this past data, you can calculate that the conversion rate will be between 5.6 and 7.1. It's much better info for you. 95% is the significance level. So basically, all the math statistics, you cannot be sure with 100%. So basically, in 95%, you will be correct if you choose variant B. And all of this can be drawn on the probability density chart. So here's the example for the one creative. The blue one is after first day with very limited number of data. The red one is after 2 days of testing specific creatives. We got more visits, we got more installs, and basically, as you see, the blue graph, it's rather spread across all the different ranges. Once it becomes more narrow, like a red one, it means that your estimations might be done much better. Already mentioned what's the statistical significance level. And here's some, I think, much more interesting for you. So basically, we started the campaign. We started the campaign on some ad networks, no matter if it's Facebook, Snap, Instagram, or whatever. We are testing videos. We are testing different creatives, headlines, descriptions. After first day, the conversion rate is very, very similar. So we incorporate Bayesian statistics into this, and we can easily calculate what is the possible conversion rate at the end. And comparing creative A and creative B, we see that they somehow overlap. That these ranges overlap. But what's most important is the fact that Bayesian statistics doesn't give us the exact info about the exact winners. So the Bayesian statistics won't say you at the beginning that creative A is the true winner. Bayesian statistics will give you the approximate probability of being the best. So thanks to this, you can easily estimate, for example, how to drive traffic. So after first day, you probably would want to display the creative A to 35% of the users, and to 75% of the users you will display creative B, because the creative B is performing much better. So let's display the better performing creative to bigger audience. After 2 days, we get more installs, and we can be much more accurate to data we have. So after 2 days, we see that the difference between creative A and creative B, it becomes more significant. And at the end, after 2 days, we can clearly see that variant B is almost true winner. However, you can still send traffic to offer A. Just the visualization of this. So basically, what's really actionable for you, for the guys that keep running performance campaigns on many different channels. So first of all, A/B testing. You can do all this A/B testing in the systematic way. So Bayesian statistics is one of the frameworks. Probably your data scientist might recommend you different framework, but it makes your testing systemized. So at the end, if your marketing manager asks you why you decide to stop this campaign, why you spend only $200 on this creative, you have the clear answer because the specific framework give me this answer. And of course, I made a very simple example here, but the Bayesian statistic might be easily adopted to dynamic cost and payout. So basically, if your user acquisition campaigns are based on the lifetime value, because you track all the data from the whole lifetime of the customers, you track his in-app purchases, you can easily adopt also Bayesian to this. And what we've done in volume for our customers is the algorithm that auto-optimize and automatically redirect traffic to best performing campaign. And here's the example from the live data. Conversion rate is pretty big because it wasn't app install campaign; it was health and beauty lead generation. So basically, our customers were buying traffic from social networks, driving this traffic to five different variations of the landers with the different headlines, descriptions. So basically, we are not involved in this creative process. So basically, we ask him to configure two similar campaigns, and in one point of the time, we turn on this auto optimization for him. So instead of manually doing all this traffic distribution on his own, because he used to play with this manual traffic distribution, so he see that first lander is performing pretty okay. So let's send more traffic to first lander B is performing so let's send 20% of the traffic. Lander C is not performing, so let's send only 5% of this. So we automated all of this based on the Bayesian statistics, and the result was pretty good. Instead of 4.8% ROI for the whole campaign, he got around 7.5%. And it was done all automatically. And the algorithm that we introduced keeps learning on the data. So while the data is changing, the traffic distribution is adjusting to new situation. That's just the visualization of our calculator for all the customers that you can easily figure out what's performing better. So here you are comparing Android with Windows, and you see what's the likelihood of being the best. So we see that Android is performing much better. Okay, that's pretty all I wanted to share with you. I'm leading also the workshops at 2 and the workshop room number 1. I will talk a little bit more about this A/B testing, but I will cover anomaly detection. It also will be very simplified. So this is another request from one of our customers that keep looking on their performance charts every morning, and they want to automate this. So they want to have a system that automatically inform them when there is some problem with their marketing funnel, the creatives are not being displayed, and he see significant drop in the ROI or any different KPI metric he's interested in. So I will just do a quick introduction for this. It will be also on very basic level from the high level perspective. And the sales pitch at the end. Volume, if you'd like to talk with us, we are at the booth number 8. What we try to create, or what we already create, is a performance analytics tool. So I already mentioned at the beginning that our customers are top performance agencies driving user app installs, and they are aggregating all the data in one platform. As I already mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, I'm the product guy. I'm not like a biz dev or sales guy, so I'm very happy to talk with all of you and just listen all your stories about the problems you have with your marketing stack, because I'm walking all around, attending all these workshops, and I keep hearing people playing with 7 different tools at the end, comparing every data in the Excel. So basically, we are trying to solve this problem for you. Okay, so thank you.